Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Real Housewives scandals and controversies.
I can't go there.
I try to have a grown woman conversation with you.
But you're just making stuff up, though.
No,
That's
honey.
all I'm saying. So if you want to have a woman-to-woman,
I need to have a woman in front of me to be able to do that.
Why did you get involved in the beginning, though?
And this is truth, when I first got the phone call, and it was, hey, Lisa wanted us to tell you because she knows that things aren't good with you and Dorit, and it would be weird for her to bring it up because Dorit is one of her good friends.
Maybe Karen won't be answering the door when we drive back.
For this list, we're looking at much-discussed events involving cast members that were at least partly depicted on Real Housewives franchises. Which of these developments did you find the most shocking? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Luann de Lesseps' marriage to Tom D'Agostino Jr., the Real Housewives of New York City.
So we went out like 4 or 5 times. Unbeknownst to me, he
went to dinner once, twice.
dinner
4 or 5.
One of this show's saddest moments was Luann's dramatic arrest for disorderly intoxication and battery in December 2017. But even before this low point, the housewife was attracting attention for her relationship with the controversial New York City CEO. He had previously been attached to housewives Ramona Singer and Sonia Morgan, the latter of whom felt particularly betrayed by Luann's newest fling. The most shocking development, however, came when Luann was shown pictures of her fiancé with another woman.
Can I see it?
You have no reason to be sorry.
How bad is it?
It's bad.
She still married him, and their divorce announcement some months later was sadly unsurprising. It was tough to see Tom come between co-stars, and downright painful to witness him cause so much trouble for a housewife who has no shortage of personal difficulties.
It's been a year. I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I'm good.
If you are having any doubts, you don't have to do it.
I'm not. I'm okay. I am. I am okay.
If it doesn't work
I'm
out.
really good.
Number 9. Did Teresa Giudice set up Melissa Gorga, the Real Housewives of New Jersey?
What? He said something about you, and that, what did he say? He goes, that you used to work for him.
Things heated up at the New Jersey Season 4 finale when Melissa was confronted with accusations of having danced at a bikini bar. Her former employer at the establishment, who had previously alleged as much to Teresa and Kim DiPaola, approached Melissa on camera at the Porsche fashion show.
Hi, Melissa. You remember me, right? Yeah, Angelo. Wow, I didn't even recognize you. I can't believe it.
He was also recorded claiming that her 2 castmates had intended to blow the whistle on her by arranging the greeting.
You know what? I heard them earlier, and I heard him saying something like, I'm going to try to embarrass her, or something like that.
That's what he said?
Kim admitted to being behind the ambush, but was the same true of Melissa's sister-in-law, Teresa? The truth remained unclear at the reunion.
Now, we all can agree it was a setup. No, we can agree. Now,
I wouldn't call it a setup. I would just say it was convenient.
The allegations caused a massive strain in Teresa's already tenuous relationship with her family members. Although she and Melissa have since mended fences, it's clear to viewers that tensions between the pair persist. Number 8. Ray Huger's tax issues. The Real Housewives of Potomac.
The Washington Post publishes a story that someone in your circle
should give you should be on the payroll.
$4.5 million tax
I'm gonna tell you something.
that we're not going to talk about it. That is unrealistic.
In Season 3 of Potomac, the question of Karen Huger's wealth was a hot topic. With the housewife and her husband Ray having previously sold their mansion for well under its listed price, her castmates became suspicious. Rumors circulated that Huger's new home wasn't where she actually lived, and her fellow housewives memorably performed a fake pizza delivery to investigate.
How many times did you ring the doorbell?
3 times.
Despite reports that Karen's husband Ray owed over $1 million in back-due federal taxes, Karen asserted that her personal finances were completely unaffected. It was a dramatic revelation for a woman who had claimed that her husband was the Black Bill Gates. To boot, the financial scandal spawned truly unforgettable moments, like the aforementioned sting operation in drag and Giselle sporting an insulting hashtag t-shirt.
I thought some of the things you all did was disrespectful. Robin and I are going to walk out, and I'm going to allow you to read everything that's on the back of my shirt. What is that?
Hey, Uncle Ben, tax reform.
Giselle, you tacky as hell.
Number 7. Denise Richards and Brandi Glanville's supposed involvement. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. In only her second year on Beverly Hills, Hollywood actress Denise Richards found herself at the center of the season's most explosive drama.
Like, we kind of hooked up. And then...
Who's we?
Denise and I.
Outspoken former housewife Brandi Glanville claimed that she'd had an intimate encounter with Denise, an allegation that the latter vehemently denied. It wasn't clear how well Denise knew Brandi and why she was unwilling to confront her about the story. In any case, it was incredibly awkward to watch Denise have to defend herself in front of the cameras. But her castmates continued to grill her about apparent inconsistencies in her story.
If that is true, why didn't she say that last night?
Not only did the saga seemingly spell the end of her and Lisa Rinna's long friendship, it also preceded Denise leaving the show entirely.
Are you threatening me?
Number 6. Portia Williams is arrested after attacking Kenya Moore, the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
We do have Kenya Moore here. Miss America 1990.
Miss USA.
What was it?
Miss USA.
Miss USA. I'm sorry. We have Miss USA here.
Portia and Kenya's legendary animosity began after a minor slight in Atlanta's 5th season. After Portia misremembered the former Miss USA's title while introducing her at a charity event, the pair got into a nasty spat outside.
Okay, America, not USA. What have you? The point, this is for charity. It is for charity. I'm not going to hold on. It is for charity. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable.
With attempts at reconciliation going nowhere, tensions built and then exploded at the season 6 reunion.
Wait, what did she say?
It wasn't appropriate at the
saying
time.
that you cheated on Cordell.
Listen, you are not going to keep on talking about my character like you know what you're talking about.
Kenya alleged that Portia cheated on her ex-husband and memorably used a megaphone to emphasize her point. Portia attacked her castmate, dragging her to the ground by her hair. The shocking incident led to charges of battery and a warrant for the housewife's arrest. In a franchise chock full of dramatic fights, it was nevertheless jaw-dropping to see a physical altercation between the co-stars, and deeply sad to witness the aftermath. Number 5. Kim Richards returns Lisa Rinna's bunny, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The feud between these housewives is the stuff of legend.
Don't touch my husband ever.
Just say.
Don't you ever. You don't want out for everybody to know.
After a nearly violent encounter during season 5's Amsterdam trip, the pair seemed to be somewhat better off 2 years later. But despite Lisa's gesture of goodwill in gifting Kim's grandson a stuffy, emotions ran high at the season 7 reunion. Kim produced the still-wrapped present and, declaring that it didn't harbor good energy, returned it to Lisa for all to see.
I brought the bunny. Because I never gave it to my grandson.
Although the move was innocuous on paper, in context, it seemingly represented the nail in the coffin on the pair's relationship.
You don't have to cry over it.
With a shell-shocked Lisa quietly tearing up, the encounter is remembered for its sadness and unbearable tension. While Kim's timing was controversial, it certainly made for a riveting moment.
I was just gonna give it to her. And then I thought, you know what? Since I'm coming to the reunion, I'll give it back to Lisa. Because I couldn't give it to my grandson.
I think you're a really sick woman. I do.
Okay.
Number 4. Phaedra Parks lies about Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker, the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Kandi, are you a lesbian? Because I've heard that, and someone at this table has been talking behind her back, saying she's a lesbian in the closet.
Cast members stirring up controversy on this series doesn't always result in punishment. But things were taken a step too far on season 9 of Atlanta, with extensive rumors about co-star Kandi's personal life.
Oh, you don't have a sex dungeon?
No, I do not.
Not only did Portia Williams voice speculation about Kandi's sexuality, she also alleged that Kandi and her husband had a dungeon and conspired to commit crimes against her.
This chick tried to turn it around and said that we tried to drug her.
Portia finally revealed at the reunion that Phaedra was the source of this dubious information, and the latter was caught red-handed.
So that I never said she was a lesbian.
You said that she was sleeping with a woman.
That doesn't mean you're a lesbian.
While Housewives drama can often remain a he-said-she-said affair, here it became shockingly clear how the situation had unfolded.
I did not accuse you of that, Kandi. I asked asked you. And at that point, you told me it wasn't true and I let it go.
For the sheer gravity of the baseless accusations, the affair rocked the cast and resulted in Phaedra being fired from the show.
I repeated it because I heard it.
No, she said it to you, Phaedra.
Number 3, PuppyGate, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Dorit adopted Lucy from our foundation, and then the puppy ended up in a shelter.
An unforgettable saga began when Dorit Kemsley gave away a pup from Lisa Vanderpump's rescue center, and it inadvertently landed in a kill shelter.
Lisa, I was on a phone call with John Blizzard while you were on the other line with John Sessa, where they were saying, well, let's figure this out. Hold on 1 second.
I didn't know you were involved in the machinations of the dog.
Lisa's employees spread the news to Kyle Richards and Teddy Mellencamp Arroyave, but it turned out that this on-camera encounter had been planned by Teddy and staff. While the ladies believed that Lisa herself had orchestrated the setup and leaked the story to the press to punish Dorit, she denied her involvement.
Kyle, I swear on my children's life, on Jiggy's life, I or nobody I know would give a story to Radar about Dorit.
The dispute led to text messages being aired and even LVP undergoing a polygraph. While season 9's most dramatic conflict pushed the star to depart the show, it also resulted in her infamously skipping the reunion. Most upsettingly, though, it spelled the explosive end of some of the show's strongest friendships.
But then that makes it all the more weird to me that you never spoke to Lisa.
Because it was, that's my point. I didn't think twice about it because her head guy is saying, I'm talking to her right now trying to figure this out.
Number 2, Teresa Giudice's fraud conviction. The Real Housewives of New Jersey. The 6th season of New Jersey depicted one of the most high-profile housewives issues ever. Having filed for bankruptcy in 2009, Teresa and husband Joe Giudice faced legal difficulties that culminated in a guilty plea in 2014 to 41 counts of fraud.
This must be like the walk of hell right now for them.
No, God help them. God help them for the day that they're about to face.
In the season finale, Teresa's co-stars reacted to her sentencing, and the mood was somber at the reunion as the couple discussed their future.
Part of your plea deal was that you would accept prison time. So was it surprising that you wound up getting time?
I didn't understand my plea deal.
While season 7 of the show depicted Teresa's release from prison after 11 months, Joe was deported to Italy after completing his sentence. For the couple's serious misconduct and the severe consequences it carried, this story made headlines. As surprising as the scandal was, it was equally devastating for fans to see its effects on Teresa's family.
You feel he took that time with your mom away from you?
Yes, I do.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Ashley Darby's husband is accused of assault. The Real Housewives of Potomac. After allegedly groping a cameraman, Michael Darby was not prosecuted due to insufficient evidence.
That same evening when he grabbed Andrew's butt, we also were made aware that he grabbed a couple of our producers' butts as well.
I've heard this from
I've heard it
more
also.
than one.
You've all heard that?
The book about Danielle Staub, The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Teresa Giudice infamously flipped a table over allegations about Danielle's past.
There has to be something else. Oh, you were stripping? You were stripping? Prostitution whore? You were f***ing engaged 19 times? You stupid bitch!
The identity of Kim Zolciak Biermann's boyfriend. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. With Big Papa Lee Najjar legally married during season 1, NeNe Leakes famously chastised her co-star.
He doesn't even know me to say anything about me, but that's what you said.
That you're trouble? That's what he said.
Yeah, but he doesn't
And
know me
that's
to
true.
say that. That's some you made up.
Well, let it out.
Close your legs to married men.
Brooks Ayers faked medical records. The Real Housewives of Orange County. Vicki Gunvalson's boyfriend spoke of a dubious cancer diagnosis and later admitted to forging hospital documents.
Brooks has never called me feeling sick. It's just...
It's a bald-faced lie.
I heard it. I've heard that same story. When Brooks had his first chemotherapy treatment at the end of October, Vicki told me the same story.
Tamra Barney's revenge attempt against Gretchen Rossi. The Real Housewives of Orange County. Tamra conspired with Vicki Gunvalson to embarrass the new housewife.
We're gonna get Gretchen wasted. I think she already is. You know, we're gonna get her wasted and make it wasted.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Erica and Thomas Girardi's embezzlement lawsuit. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, so my life drastically changed this week.
Throughout Erica's tenure on Beverly Hills, her marriage to famed lawyer Tom usually seemed solid. But her divorce announcement in November 2020 was only the first of many jaw-dropping revelations about the power couple. A month later, both parties were named in a lawsuit that accused them of misappropriating funds meant for plaintiffs.
I think that we have heard stories that, to me, don't add up.
Most notably, family members of those killed in the Lion Air Flight 610 have yet to receive their full settlements. On season 11 of the show, the housewives hotly debated whether Erica was aware of Tom's misconduct, with the performer herself denying any knowledge.
The obvious question is, did you know any of this?
What do you think?
Sometimes housewives drama can be relatively trivial, but in this case, the downright horrible nature of the allegations made this story both devastating and shocking.
What am I saying, though?
Tell me.
That I don't trust that 100% of what you've told us is the truth?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.